Hi, I'm Stacy Mosley. I'm with the San Fernando Valley Moms Demand Action Group. I'm a volunteer, and tonight we are doing a vigil for all the lives that we've lost just this month from mass shootings. We know everyone here has been moved by the tragedies of the last couple of weeks. Once again, gun violence has forced its way into our schools, leaving nothing but devastation, trauma, and tragedy in its wake. At least 18 students and one teacher were shot and killed in a predominantly Latinx community. And 2 weeks ago in Buffalo, where a white supremacist fueled by hate and armed with weapons of war hunted down Black Americans in their own community. We need more than thoughts and prayers, and we are here to demand action.
As of yesterday, there have been 213 school shootings in the U.S. before the Uvalde massacre.
So we're here today to honor the victims of the mass shootings that have plagued our country this month.
We're going to begin our moment of silence. So I'd like to introduce my pastor, Pastor Craig Peterson from Wooodland Hills Community Church.
While some would have us believe that prayer is nothing more than a resignation to the status quo, an acceptance of what is, that is the exact opposite. Today we pray that you would take our anger and frustration and transform it into courage. Conviction that sends us forward proclaiming that the most significant answer to prayer is change in public policy.
Jose Damien Garcia, 18. May 7th, Lexington, Kentucky, James Henry Boast, Jr. Amaya Victoria Taylor Sandifer.
In the second week of May, there were 15 reported mass shootings. May 10th in Baltimore, Maryland, Sean Cummings. May 10th, Chicago, Illinois, Eduardo Jimenez. May 11th, St. Louis, Missouri, John Crawford. May 12th, Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, Michael Jordan.
May 15th in Amarillo, Texas, Swade Fisher. May 15th in Houston, Texas, Juan Romero. May 15th in Laguna Woods, California, John Chang. May 17th in Palo Alto, California, Ralph Fields.
My name is Zoe and I'm 14 years old. I've been practicing lockdown drills since I was in preschool. My entire life has been spent waiting for our leaders to care enough about us to change gun laws. But since they won't change the laws, we have to vote them out. My mom and her friends have been fighting, but it's time for me and my friends to get it done. The students are going to take it from here. May 24th, Uvalde, Texas. Xavier Javier Lopez, 10. Amari Joe Garza, 10. Uzziah Garcia, 8. Rogelio Torres, 10. Annabelle Guadalupe Rodriguez, 10. Neva Bravo, 10. McKenna Lee Elrod, 10. Eliana Aliha Cruz Torres, 10. Eliana Ali Garcia, 10. Alethea Ramirez, 10. Jackie Cazares, 10. Jace Carmela Luevanos, 10. Jayla Nicole Silguero, 11. Jose Flores Jr., 10. Alexandria Lexi Anaya Rubio, 10. Mate Juliana Rodriguez, 10. Tess Marie Mata, 10. Miranda Matisse, 11. Layla Salazar, 10. Irma Garcia and Eva Morelos.
We're pleased to have a few of our elected community members with us tonight, as well as a gun sense candidate for Congress who would like to share a few words.
Thanks to everybody who's here for everything you're doing, for speaking out, for continuing to speak out for change. But thank you to these amazing elected officials for our city, state, and federal government, which you're going to hear about, who are making a difference. The time for action is now. You're all here, you're speaking out. We need to ask at a federal level and other states for universal background checks and the banning of assault weapons. We need to keep our schools safe, our children safe, and all of us safe.
It is a sad day in America when we care more about the Second Amendment than we do our second graders. We need changes where we flip the dynamic, where it's not so easy, where there are real consequences when you have these guns.
The only message I want to say in a couple of words, as was mentioned earlier, public policy works. It works. We get criticized in California for all the gun bills that we've put out, 107 of them before what we're doing now. Gun violence is down by 50% in California. Public policy works. I've been pushing this new legislation to providing yet another tool to hold folks liable who are using one of three weapons. One of three weapons, a .50 caliber machine gun, who needs that? An assault weapon, who needs that? Or a ghost gun. The LAPD told us that we have an epidemic in ghost guns in Los Angeles, 300% increase in the last couple of years. The problem is human, it's big, but public policy matters, and of course, we need to make sure that the representatives, and we'll hear this from Congressman Sherman in Washington, change the law nationally, but in California and locally, and there's in Calabasas or the city of Los Angeles, we're doing everything that we can imagine to make it better, to reduce this gun violence, and if we get any new creative idea, we're going to try it.
Amendment that are so often overlooked, and that is well regulated. And that right to bear arms does not supersede our right to keep the members of our community and our children alive. It is that simple. And so I will not back down, and I will not give up. And my final reason for being in this fight and taking this fight to the federal level, where we need universal background checks, a ban on high-capacity magazines, and red flag laws, is because last weekend, my daughter became a teacher. And I know that my daughter is one who would give her life to save the life of a child in her care. And I don't ever want her to have to make that choice.
What kind of country thinks that it's too dangerous to trust an 18-year-old with a six-pack of Coors, but it's fine for an 18-year-old to buy an arsenal of weapons? What kind of hunter needs a high magazine, a high-capacity magazine to go hunting? If you can't bring down a deer with 8 bullets, get out of the forest. And no matter how good a job we do, and these gentlemen, you're doing a great job of having good laws here in California, we need sensible laws in the United States Congress. And we've passed laws to deal with each of the issues I've mentioned and a host of others, and then they die in the Senate. There's a race that will determine whether a supporter of sensible gun laws represents the site of the mass shooting in the San Fernando Valley at the Jewish Community Center. And all of you can drive to Granada Hills. I'll see you there, and I'll see you in Congress. Thank you.
Kids often don't